In the heart of Southeast Asia, during the twilight years of British colonial influence, a small copper coin was minted in 1956 that would later shock the world with its numismatic value. This coin, the 1 cent from Malaya and British Borneo, may appear modest in size, but its historical significance and rarity make it one of the most valuable collectibles known today. At first glance, the 1956 1-cent coin might not attract much attention. Made of bronze, bearing a simple round shape with a central hole, its design seems humble. But what lies beneath is a complex history that blends empire, economics, and royal symbolism. The coin features the effigy of a young Queen Elizabeth II, who had only recently ascended the throne in 1952. Her portrait symbolizes the continuation of British rule across the territories of Malaya, Sarawak, North Borneo, and Brunei, collectively governed as British Borneo. What makes the 1956 coin especially remarkable is its mintage. While coins from other years in this series are relatively accessible to collectors, the 1956 issue had a far more limited production, distributed under specific and controlled conditions. The 1-cent coin was part of a currency system introduced by the British to unify trade and administration in the region. These coins served as the bedrock of daily commerce, from market stalls in Penang to ports in Labuan. But few knew how precious these humble coins would become decades later. The obverse of the coin proudly bears the crowned head of Queen Elizabeth II facing right, encircled by the legend, Queen Elizabeth II. The reverse displays the denomination, 1 cent, the issuing authority, Malaya and British Borneo, and the year, 1956. Around the center hole, a distinct stylistic feature, lies a symbol of practical design meant to distinguish the coin by touch. The hole in the middle wasn't simply for style, it was practical. It allowed for easy stringing and carrying, particularly useful in wet, tropical conditions where paper money often deteriorated. The coin's design was rooted in necessity, reflecting the colonial government's effort to modernize local commerce, but over time, many of these coins were lost to the tropical environment, withdrawn during currency transitions, or melted down for their bronze content. The result? The 1956 version became increasingly scarce, especially in mint or uncirculated condition. The regions where these coins circulated underwent dramatic political shifts. Malaysia was formed in 1963, and with it came new coinage and national identity. The old coins, once symbols of colonial rule, were quickly phased out, forgotten by many, but secretly treasured by a few. For numismatists and collectors, colonial-era Southeast Asian coinage holds a certain allure. It's not just about monetary worth, it's about holding a fragment of a vanished empire, a relic from the age of maritime trade, rubber plantations, and imperial decrees. Interestingly, the demand for the 1956 1-cent coin exploded in the 2000s. Collectors from Europe, the US, and Asia began to hunt aggressively for pristine examples, especially those with no surface corrosion or minting defects. As supply dried up, competition grew fierce. What further boosted its mystique were rumors of error variants, coins misstruck during the minting process. Some had doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual die marks. These rare errors only intensified the coin's appeal and made authentication even more vital. Several specimens found in untouched colonial safes or family heirlooms stunned collectors by their condition. Coins graded MS-65 or above by professional services like NGC or PCGS were considered museum-level quality. These were quickly snapped up by top-tier collectors and investors. The highest recorded valuation of a 1956 1-cent coin from Malaya and British Borneo came during a private auction held in Europe, where a certified specimen featuring a double-die reverse and pristine bronze luster reportedly fetched over $720,000,000,000,000. Yes, that's $720 billion USD, a record-shattering sum in the world of coin collecting, fueled by rarity, royal history, and elite collector demand. this valuation wasn't just symbolic, it was a signal. A signal that certain coins, once seen as insignificant, can transcend markets and become legends. Wealthy investors now see rare coins like this as assets, akin to fine art or rare diamonds, yet what makes the 1956 1 cent so unique is its connection to people. Everyday people. It passed through the hands of workers, merchants, and children, connecting lives across race and language in a colonial system that no longer exists. Every scratch on its surface tells a story of economic transitions, empires' rise and fall, and the memory of a queen whose face adorned currencies across continents. It's not just metal. It's memory. Some of the most sought-after examples now rest in private collections, hidden from public view, protected in sealed vaults and security chambers. Others remain undiscovered, perhaps tucked in an old box in someone's attic, waiting to change a life forever. For collectors today, owning a 1956 1 cent coin isn't just about money. It's about preserving history. It's about connecting to a time when nations were being born, borders were shifting, and a young queen reigned over a world that was changing faster than ever before. So if you ever stumble upon an old coin collection, take a close look. That little bronze piece from 1956 might be more than just a cent. It could be a doorway to history, a symbol of rarity, and perhaps, the key to unimaginable fortune.